So this is the session where we get to ask her questions and then get to know more about her, and then and also the reason why we are here also. And I hope we get to enjoy this session. Thank you very much. Mama. Yes.
I'm sure I'm very happy.
I'm very happy. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm always on the other receiving end. Okay, let's do this. First, I want us to introduce yourself to us by yourself.
Hello, everyone. Are we hungry? No, my pop-up is being fried. All right, so hello, everyone. Hi, 𝗂𝗶𝗶 no, Sanu, welcome. My name is Nnenna Fakoya-Smith, popularly known as Ajala Nene. What do? I'm a tourism promoter. I try to promote anything that has to do with tourism, travel, hospitality, aviation, in my own little way. One fun fact about me. I think you guys know almost everything about me, but I can be shy. I can be, honestly, I can be shy. But yeah, that's it about me. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You left your Sundays, your Thanksgiving to be here, so thanks so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. A round of applause for her, please. Thank you. So, straight to question number 1. What inspired you to start this podcast? Who are your target audience? And what do you hope they will gain from listening to it?
So, what inspired me to do this podcast? Last year, I was thinking of what to do to celebrate World Tourism Day, because I always try to celebrate something. I normally do my Tourism Virtual Summit, which is where we bring professionals in the industry that can talk about trends in tourism, travel, aviation. But I wanted to do something different. So I was thinking that one day I had a gist with my neighbor who works in a media company, and he said they were doing an award. And I know about the award. And I checked online, and I found out they didn't have a category for travel and tourism. And I was like, you've been doing this award for 10 years. Why isn't there any travel and tourism? And they said, we don't know anybody in the travel and tourism space that's doing anything. I was like, what? No. I started mentioning names. Media Travels, TV Beverages. We don't really know them. And the people that will give us the money to actually sponsor for that award, they don't know them. I said, but it's Wakanda and everything. And I was like, no, we don't know them. So I was like, what can I do to make you people know about these people? I said, why don't you go and spotlight at least 20 or 50 of them that are doing something and try and put it on the newspaper. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a newspaper to put it, but I said, okay, since I can't find a newspaper to put these things, why not just promote them on social media? So I spotlighted 100 tourism personalities in Nigeria, which iMedia was part of them. And I put it on social media, I tagged them, I tagged all the relevant bodies. For 3-4 weeks, this thing was trending, and I was actually surprised. Those I spotlighted were enter my DMs and saying, "Nnenna, thank you for recognizing the hard work, what we're doing." And I was like, oh my God, so people actually appreciated this thing I did. One of the people that spotlighted called me and said, "Nnenna, I want to have lunch with you." And my mom was like, lunch? Hope she don't think I want her to give me anything. No, I just did this because I wanted you guys to be known. And she said, no, I want to actually see you. So I went to go see her. Unfortunately, she's not here today. She traveled. Her name is Moyo Osaide. She's like a manager in Radisson and owns 𝗶𝗶𝗃 Center. Yeah. So she was like, she called me. We had lunch. I was like, thank you so much for spotlighting her. Then she goes, what do you want us to do for you? And I was like, what do you mean, what do you want us to do for us? I said, you're always promoting us. You're always spotlighting us. This one you did was really good. So what do you want us to do for you? I said, nothing. I don't do it for you people. I'm not expecting anything from you guys. I just want people to know what you guys do. She goes, why don't you call us individually and interview us? I was like, you mean like have a YouTube channel? And my mom was like, She said, no, we can do a podcast. It doesn't have to be a YouTube channel. And I grabbed that. I took that idea. That was like October last year. I used the whole October to like January to do a research. to see how I can start my own podcast, interview these top 100 people, and let people know about them, not just online, but on podcast. And I discovered that, I think I'll go to that question you asked about challenges. Yes. But yeah, that's how I got there. And then lo and behold, African Business Radio, my people at Wokpa decided to come on board, and for the first season, they did this with me, and that's why we're here today, and I'm very grateful to them. Please let's give them a round of applause. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for answering that question wonderfully well. The audience, I wanted to say that. Why your target audience? What do you hope they are getting?
So my target audience is not just tourism and travel people, but people that actually enjoy travel, enjoy hospitality, that want to at least explore, or those who actually want to start their own tourism, hospitality, aviation business. Those are my target audience. And then those who are not into that industry but love travel and tourism. That's why we have a section where we talk about wanderlust. I always try to spotlight a tourist destination, so at least those who want to just travel and not interested about business can actually listen to it. So yeah, those are my two target audience: those who want to explore and be wanderlusters, and then those who want to start a business in tourism space. Who need, like Cornelius had said, hear these people's stories so you know how they started, so that you're inspired, basically. Yeah.
So you haven't told us what they would gain from listening to it.
Okay. Well, I think I've said it, but not specifically. What I want for the wanderlusters to be inspired to explore somewhere in Nigeria and Africa. Right now, season 1 is focused more on Nigeria because you're my people. I have to make sure that my people are known first. So I want people that don't know about destination. There's so many that even myself, I'm just discovering, like, oh my God, they exist. I want Nigerians to explore Nigeria. And also Africans who know about Nigeria to explore that. That's one. Then number 2, to inspire tourism and travel entrepreneurs. I didn't have this information when I started 7 years ago, right? So for me, this is important for those who are coming on board, or those who are still going, like I'll say Cornelius again, who is like just starting in, to be inspired, to be able to know, okay, how do we go through this terrain? Because the tourism and travel space, it's not an easy space. I admit it, you know that, right? And it's not a money-making immediately kind of business. You don't make money quick. So I want people to know that all these Goge Africa that you see today, Wakana you see today, they started from somewhere, right? So just a way to inspire those, that second audience I want to inspire and what they want them to gain.
Wow. Thank you for doing justice to that. Question number 2. Can you share the story behind the name of your podcast? Why did you choose it? Because I was expecting something around Nnenna Fakoya podcast and things like that.
All right, for me, so Nnenna Fakoya means see the world, as we're told in Igbo language. That's my native language, right? And the reason why I decided to just go with See the World, because I want it to be international. I want people to actually be able to resonate with the name. A lot of people don't know what Nnenna Fakoya means. So they may just say on Nnenna Fakoya podcast, on those African people. Because thanks to my African Business Radio people at Wokpa, our podcast goes internationally. We're on Spotify, we're on Google Podcasts, we're on Apple Podcasts. So we're on platforms where international audience can actually listen to us. And by God's will, that's what I'm praying will happen, right? Because one of my prayers is that someone in Alaska will hear about a beautiful place called 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Ranch. I want to come there because of our See the World with Ajala Nene podcast, right? So that's why I decided to use, okay, this Nnenna Fakoya is my Igbo name. Let me just make this international and use See the World instead. Since they mean the same thing anyway. So that's why.
See the World podcast. See the World. See the World. Right. Can you share a pivotal moment in your tourism journey, that significantly influenced your perspective on travel and shape the content you create? Like how did the passion evolve into starting a podcast that you decided to say, okay, let me start sharing this thing with people?
All right, as my quiz has shown you, my final year project was on tourism development. And how I got that inspiration was I read sociology. And when it came for us to have the topics we wanted to do, everybody wanted to do something about women, children, the normal things to talk about when we talk about society. I want something different. So one day I was having my shower in school, and I had a eureka moment. I just something that said Hawaii. Hawaii is a country that promotes tourism. That's their GDP. And I ran out of the bathroom, great things happen in the bathroom, guys. Great things happen there. Inspiration. I ran out of the bathroom and people there were wondering what's going on, what's wrong with this girl. I ran out, ran to the library, not naked, I dressed up, don't worry. And I got to the library and I did research and I found that Hawaii was actually a country that was using tourism as their GDP. And I now searched and I found out that Nigeria has not only one state, every state in Nigeria has not one, not two, not three tourist destinations. And I'm like, what's going on? Why are we not tapping into this? So I decided to do my final year project. I used Olumo Rock and Badagry Slave Gate because they were close to me and because they were the most popular. And I can proudly say I'm one of those few people that actually did their research themselves. I didn't pay anybody to do it for me. Please clap for me for that. And when we did our defense, which at the beginning, my HOD, God bless his soul, he's dead right now, didn't want me to do that topic because how does tourism and sociology connect? But for me, I was going to do the project and I did my defense, and that defense pushed me from a 2.2 to a 2.1. And it just gave me a light bulb, like, oh, Nnenna, this is your thing, right? So fast forwarding down, I got to work in 𝗄𝗶𝗶 International for my NYSC, which was a good one. I learned the back end of packaging tours, but I didn't really like that part. I preferred the marketing aspect. But anyway, Oil Money called me. I left the tourism space. I went to Oil Money, and I worked there for like 8 years, 9 years. And they say when you're making money, it's good, but you get to the point that your passion too now starts calling. And then I left, I started my business. But I knew that I didn't like that packaging tours part. But when you tour operators or travel agents, you guys are amazing. I don't know how you guys are patient. Yeah. So I started, what can I do? Okay, I love marketing part. So I started marketing for you guys. That's how I got to know the tour operators. But fast forwarding down the line, I found that I needed to do more. So that's where I started doing trainings. I work with 𝗂𝗂 Africa to train people on other amazing platforms and all. But I know we needed more. So when Moyo gave me the idea of the podcast, I knew that, okay, this is even bigger than my social media platform. I try to be organic in my social media. I didn't do ads, but I knew that podcast and YouTube, because by the way, we're also on YouTube, can push these people out in a greater way. So yeah, so that's why I decided, okay, let me just focus on marketing and then see how I can make it much better for those in the tourism space. So that's my thing.
Oh, wow. A round of applause, please. Yes. Moving from that into tourism, it's a lot. Because most of us, like we all know, tourism is not that thing that we tend to study in school.
Yeah.
And it's something we just jumped on. And then along that line, not all of us could sustain it because it's a whole lot. Now, for you to now decide to, move from just passion into business and sustaining that is a lot. Well done. And that would lead us to this question. What have been the pros and cons of starting this podcast? And with the cons, how did you overcome them?
So like I said, when I got the idea, thanks to Moyo, last year I did a lot of research, and I found out if I wanted to do this myself, because I reached out to some of my photographer and video friends, and by the time we calculated this, how I would interview you amazing 100 people, it was reaching into 10 million, 20 million just to do the podcasting and YouTube with my own just funnel, my own skills, which I didn't have the skills for podcasting. So I entered January. My dear friend here for Akemi knows, one girl, she's like my growth friend. I told her, another friend of ours, DK, that come guys, if I don't get anyone partner with me for this thing, I ain't doing it. I don't have the funding to do this thing. And right now, I will need money to build my business. So I'm keeping my 10 million or 20 million in my pocket. Unless I get someone to partner with. I did a lot of research, reached out to a lot of people. We have one of them here, Yvonne. Hey girl. She had like a media company, but she was wrapping up at that time. So I was like, I'm not doing it again. Then in February, I remember one of my friends actually had a radio show with African Business Radio. And I reached out and I said, Chisom, I know you had your own radio show one time. Can you connect me with these guys? And she gave me the founder's number, like, take off. I talked to him straight up. I reached out to him. He said, let's have a meeting. I reached out on a Friday. He said, let's meet on Monday. I went to the office on Monday in Ikoyi. We talked. Anoja was there. Hey, producer, where are you? And he was like, girl, I'm feeling your spirit. I love your vibe. I was like, me too. And going down the line, when I found out how much it would cost to do it, I was like, I told them, see you. I don't have money right now, right? So until I get the sponsor coming on board, which I had people who were interested, I will hold off. By end of March, Mr. Soji, that's his name, calls me and says, "Nene, let's start. Let's start. People will come on board, but you need to start for people to see what you have to offer." I reached out to a few friends, one or two of them are here, and they're like, you have to start first before we can come on board. And to God be the glory. We've done season 1, we've done season 2, which is coming out in September. Please, let's clap. And here we are. So African Business Radio and their platform Wokpa, which is their own podcast platform, have been amazing. They've been helping with the technical parts, and I'm grateful to them for that. And for the media part, we have the Royal K Studio. They are my media people. Stuff for them now. They came on board. For the first season, they did me pro bono. I did not pay. And for the second season, they gave me a wonderful discount, which I will not find anywhere. So please, let's give them a round of applause for really helping me with them. And yeah, so that's where we are today with all those partnerships as I've gotten to. The cons just made me know that, look, you can't do this alone. You need people to help you. And I'm grateful for these people and every other person that has made this happen. My graphic designer, he got Japan to UK, but he did this design. His name is Kunat, and I'm grateful for him. He too gave me a wonderful discount. I can't find someone that will design these things for me at the rate he gives me. So I'm grateful for the partnerships, and I'm glad we got this far. And I'm also calling, please, if you want to sponsor, come and sponsor. Pico, 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗂𝗃, so that we can do this thing. I can finish interviewing everybody I need to interview. So yes, thank you.
Our advocate for you.
Yes.
Our advocate. Because he's also a big sponsor.
Oh. Guys, please, let's clap for Mr. Fakoya-Smith. For Mr. Fakoya-Smith. He's my major sponsor. He's the one that's making sure that I go to the studio to make sure I record and I come back. He used to say, "Yeah, well, I don't want to see a jumping bus. I am paying for Uber. Go there, if you don't have money, I'll pay for Uber." And he's been supportive, right? So please, help me to help this ministry. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It's not easy. Hey, it's not easy. And then this also sending us a message that we can't actually do this thing alone. Like, we need collaboration. We need to meet with people. We need to expand reach out to our network. It's not all the time money sometimes. It's their connect, it's their resources. And once they know that we are valuable, I think they'll see us as a worthy investment to reach out to us. Thank you very much for that. And also, now, if you could have any guests, living or dead, on your podcast, any guest, living or dead, on your podcast, who would that be? Nice.
The original Ajala himself. I think his name is 𝗪cie Ajala. I can't remember, but he was the man that in the 1970s or so, 1970s, he actually was in the UK. He used to wear agbada and ride his bicycle around Europe. So he was quite popular, a Yoruba man. I can't remember his full name now, but he's the original Ajala himself. He used to enter his bike, wear the agbada, and riding around all of Europe. And he was quite popular, even with Hollywood. Presidents knew him. So it was a big deal. And in Nigeria, if you see an Ajala, that means you like to waka, you have to travel. And I actually stole that name from him. That's how Ajala Nene, that's Ajala, his name, and Nene. So he'll be a person I would love to interview, like the one that's dead, though.
Yeah.
The one that is living. Michelle Obama. I'm a huge fan.
Okay.
So yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I would love to listen to that session. Especially with the dead Ajala. Okay. All right. So this one. As someone who curates and shares travel experiences, how do you ensure that your content remains authentic and resonates with both seasoned travelers and those new to the tourism world?
I like that question because I'm turning 40 next year and I'm feeling younger, right? So it just shows that you need to also be ready for the younger ones, actual people. So I think one of the ways I've tried to do that is have people like you around me. I join communities online. I join related tourism stuff, whether it's via email or via WhatsApp groups. I just try to stay informed. Of course, I also listen to news or just basically, I think I do more connecting with people who are in tune with what's happening. Like, as much as I would have loved to travel as a tourism person, because of my beautiful family, I don't have to travel as much. So I keep in touch with people in the travel space to know what's happening. And also, I ask questions. Like, one of the reasons I started the tourism crowdfunding was because during the COVID period, a lot of tourism businesses in Nigeria did not get the so-called tourism relief that they said they were going to give us. I was in tune. I knew about this money. It was about 1.something billion. But a lot of us didn't get that money, and it felt really bad because I saw how other countries were actually taking care of their tourism businesses. And we had like an online town hall with Travel Massive. It's a big online travel community. We had the Nigerian version. We had a town hall meeting during COVID, and we're talking about funding. And then I asked the question, what do you guys think about crowdfunding or grants and all? And people say, that's a nice idea. I took that idea. I went to look for someone who teaches people how to crowdfund. The guy was in the UK. I paid him to teach me how to crowdfund, how to build all those things. And thankfully, the crowdfunding initiative was part of a competition, which I made the top 5. So it means that, oh, this is something people really needed. And so I always try to listen to problems that happen in the tourism space to solve that problem. That's why I started workshops. People wanted training. I started a workshop. People wanted marketing. I started promoting on digital marketing. So I also listen and ask questions to know what problems we have and how I can solve them in my own little corner. So, yeah.
Wow. That's nice. Second to the last question, because I know you are thinking that this is the last one. But I'm glad to be in this position right now. I could remember our last session. You were asking me these questions. Yeah. But don't worry, it's easy. So far, where will you tag as your best tourist attraction in Nigeria?
Well, it's not an easy or hard question to answer, because one of my dreams is to travel to the whole of Nigeria, to visit all our tourist destinations, to experience them. But the ones I've experienced so far, 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗪. Oh, I can't really say, because I know there are more other beautiful ones. But for now, the one that will still stick to me is 𝗪𝗂𝗪 slave trade, because it talks about the history of Nigeria, and not just Nigeria, West Africans, how we went through slavery. And anytime I go through that trail to go to the point of no return, it's always very emotional for me. But I know there are other ones that, like 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. Oh my God! Funny enough, funny story, fun fact. I did my NYSC camp in Cross River, but I ran back to Lagos. I relocated. I redeployed myself back to Lagos. But the experience there was beautiful. Right. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, and it still hurts me to today. So that's one place I really want to go and experience. You know, you've gone there, and you always make me jealous. But yeah.
I'll always put it to your face. Oh, it is nice. You should go. You should visit. And then the last thing, what's that one fun thing that we don't know about you? And then one word for everyone here today.
What? Somebody's laughing because she knows that. I'll ask you this question. One fun thing about me, I don't know. Can you guys help me? What's one fun thing about me?
That we don't know.
That we don't know. You guys don't know. I think you guys know everything. Always happy. Always happy.
So goofy.
You're goofy. I'm funny.
You like talking.
I love talking. What's up? I love listening to good music. What else? I love what?
I talk really fast.
I talk really fast, okay?
You like adopting people.
I love adopting people. Okay, so then that's it for you, okay? Like, okay. I love talking.
Yeah. We want the one that we don't know. The one that we don't know, that's all we want. So yes, one word, one advice for everyone here, aspiring travelers, and then those ones that have been, avid travelers also. What advice do you have for everyone?
Okay, my advice is let's travel and explore Nigeria. Nigeria is actually blessed. I think we've not scratched the surface. These classes, like you said, club, we've not scratched the surface. So one of my advice is let's explore our nation. One of my dreams is to do like a travel documentary where I will travel the whole of Nigeria and explore and show it to the world. All right, so that's my advice. Please explore. Then for those of us who are coming into the industry or who are in the industry already, please let us promote our nation. Let's promote what we have. I know it's not been easy in our industry. It can be quite hard and tough. But as long as you're passionate about it, keep dreaming, keep making things that will make things easier for us in the industry. And for those who are not in the tourism space that are here, thank you for being here. Thank you for being travel lovers. Thank you for listening to my podcast, for inspiring me, for encouraging me. So yeah, and a special thank you to my husband for being an amazing support, and my adorable children for being a support, and my sister, my brother that are here, Flyer, Aris there, thank you. Our family that's in Canada, you're hearing, thank you. And to my mom, who has always been my inspiration, always telling me to do what makes you happy, and just do you. Thanks to my mom. And to my late dad, thank you for inspiring me. By the way, my daddy was helping me with my final year project when he died, so it was a big deal. So when I was doing the project, it meant a lot to me, and I'm grateful that I did well. And to everybody that's been supporting me one way or the other, all my tourism sisters and brothers and friends, my Covenant University people that are here, thank you, and my Rainbow College friends too, I see you, and everybody that's dear to me, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Explore the world.
Please, a round of applause for her. A round of applause. I hope we've learned one or two. Yes, that's all I want to do. Please, if you have questions or comments or feedback, there's what you want to say to Ajala Nene, and you feel this is the best time to say it, please. Okay. One. Another person? I need to know how many people are going. Two. We need just 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 maybe. All right. First person, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I didn't get to introduce myself before. My name is 𝗪𝗶𝗶, podcast producer. Sorry, producer. So, Ajala Nene is someone that she amazes me every time. So, getting into the studio the first time I met her, I didn't understand what our podcast was about. And that was unlike me. Coming into the studio, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be producing. Like, I was like, tourism? What's tourism? Because we didn't even have it in Nigeria. Like, she really opened my eyes to a lot of things about tourism. I'm very sure some people had seen the video and they will say one auntie like this at the back and the one. And sometimes my facial expression actually interferes in the video, because when she's talking to her guests and they say some things, I'm like, you mean in Nigeria? Where? How? Like, experiences I've heard about on a podcast just amazes me, right? I'm like, so we have things like this in Nigeria. Like, she's really opening my eyes to a lot of things I would never have known about Nigeria and about herself too. She's a movie lover. She talks to me about movies in the studio. When we're talking about movies in the studio, you would think we are not producing something, we are just listening about movies. She's such a loving person. She makes me feel so good in the studio when I'm producing our podcast episodes. Like, that is the person she is. And she has this passion. When she started it, I was like, hope she's not some of the people that will be like, I need to see money fast. Because I'm always like, podcasting is not about instant gratification. You have to be consistent about it. And she's so passionate. She's telling you season 2. We started season 3 actually. And we're just done like pushing out season 1. When she started season 3, I was like, Mama, let's calm down. Can you hear? I actually said it to her. I was like, let's calm down. Like, I'm even feeling threatened. Like, you are too passionate about this thing. But she's so good. Like, please, can we just clap for her? Like, she's so good. Mama, keep it up.
Thank you, darling. Thanks for being an amazing producer.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, the next person, please.
Hi. Let us see your face. Let's see your face. I remember in the early days, when you started reaching out for partnerships. Very, 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 very early days, both local and international. And it's so great to see you here still doing what you love. And I just have one question. One. Don't worry, it's a very safe question. Safe place. you have not told me one horror story you've had during your package dealing days. So if you can give me a story, just one story from those days that you package deals. Yeah.
All right. So I had a particular client wanted to go to South Africa for the Cape. What's that thing? Cape what again? What's that this thing? South Africa's Cape what? One of their states, Cape Town. Yes, Cape Town Jazz Festival. And my boss then gave me the package to handle. So let's say this person bought us in February, and the stuff was for April, right? Now Nigerians were very good at not planning ahead. She called in February. I sent her all the details and all. By April, like say 2 weeks to the event, that's when she now buzzed that she wants to do the package. And you know how it is with us in tourism space. Money. Your tickets will have increased, everything will have increased and all that. Well, I responded to her and said, Ma, it has increased. We had a clause there in red, so right now she got angry. No, she wants it in a child package. Anyway, we tried to get something done for her and all that. So by the time we packaged everything and sent her the details, I don't know what happened. I think I missed the particular email, which is unlike me. I'm very, my friends know me here. I always do follow-up. My follow-up is, you are afraid of my, when you see Nnenna following up, you'll be afraid. So I missed this one, which cost us some money. It had to do with one of her tickets, which I missed. And of course, my boss was really upset. Said I was going to take it from my salary, and there's plenty money. Then I was not earning much, and that's why I got freaked out. So since then, I've never really liked that packaging of tours. And I think another thing I hate is when you package a tour with your whole heart, and the client comes and says, I don't want this anymore. Come and put this one, come and put that one. And they ask me to do that. A certain budget I know will not work for them. Yeah. I think I found I don't have patience for that anymore. That's why I don't do tour packaging. But yeah, that was one of my horror stories that are stuck in my head for a long time.
Travel agents can relate. Tour operators can relate too. Clients will give you bill. Imagine someone telling you, can you plan European tour for 4 weeks for tourism? And I'll be like, what do you want to be doing in Europe for 4 weeks? And you expect them to give you the visa? And then they will come at you. Yes. Let's go see.
Despite being a wife and a mother, you're always everywhere. At times they'll be okay, we are doing like, I can't go because when I come, I'm still making the same work I have to do. So how do you do it? Where did you get that energy and vibe from?
First and foremost, welcome me, please stand up. Please stand for my husband.
The question, how does she do it? I see everywhere as a mother, Abby. Because she has a husband that's a remote worker and is good with kids.
Yeah, that's one. I have a wonderful support system. My husband, my sister too. Flyer, please stand up. Let them see you. My sister is one of my babysitters to help me take care of my kids. That's my sister, right? And then I have my brother-in-law used to live like close to us before he left. But my mother-in-law is close by too. So I have a support system. Even when I was doing my 9 to 5, it was my support. These are my support system. So yeah, that's one. And two, I think it's also passion. Because sometimes I want to go for something, my husband said, I'm not going. I'm like, I know, this one is important, and I will negotiate with him. We'll negotiate. Negotiating is very important. And all. So yes, it's a support system. It's a negotiation because you do have to. You can't be everywhere as a mom and a child. And it's also social media. That's not a big matter. I'll be putting pictures. People will think I'm in Alaska. I'm in my house cooking rice as I'm posting all those things too, right? But it's being deliberate and having the right support system and just knowing how things work with you, right? So I don't know how other people do it, but it's how I do it, and that's how I've been able to do what I do. Like as much as I want to travel more. But to be very honest, darling, the past 7 years, I can count how many times I've traveled. But I'm very intentional about places I travel to. when these ones leave my nest, I will fly everywhere I want to. But yeah, it's just knowing what works for you, negotiating with your spouse, and having the right support system, and being passionate about it, because you can have all this and lose hope because things are not going your way. So yeah, that's it.
That answers it. Okay, yes.
Oh, me, right? Okay, yeah.
Once it's done, then you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Since I've been meeting people, there's one thing about you that is so unique. I want you to tell us, how do you normally cope? Because it's as if people have not offended you.
Have you seen her angry?
No, it's not. Because maybe because of I've never seen her in that. It's very rare for you to see her. So I want to know, how do you normally manage that part of you? Because ever since I met you, I've never, at least if we are counting the years now, we will have been up to like how many years?
Almost 5-6 years now, knowing each
So-
other. Yeah. I do get angry. At least I didn't care has experienced my anger before. Esther has experienced my anger before. But it happens when I've maybe warned you 100 times and you do not listen. I usually give you benefit of doubt. Okay, the only person that is my rock most of the time is my husband, so that was excluded. But I have this, and my sister can testify to it. I will give you a rope. I will give you benefit of doubt. I'm very expressive. I don't know how to pretend. Ijoma, you can agree to that. If you can agree to that, because we have that kind of thing, and we don't have to pretend. We say that it's this. And after saying it, I move on. But if I keep warning you about something once, second, 3 times, this will happen. Either I will stop talking to you, avoid you, or I went to you, hello, hi, and I go my way. I won't roll with you. So I don't like having enemies, but I'm also the kind of person that if you don't vibe with me, I will give you that space. Falakemi knows about that. I can give you benefit of doubt. Like Miss Ide, you can annoy me. I will leave you first time, second time, third time, but I have warned you those times. When you now do it another time, I just shut off, but I'll be friendly with you and move on. So it's not as if I don't offend, people don't offend me. They do. But I have learned how to understand people's temperaments. That's another thing. I found that he's a happy, lucky child. Aderuke is a calm person, doesn't like stress. My son is a hyperactive child. The way I will handle him or my son and Aderuke is different. So I always try to give people, okay, this is how this person is, so let me not be angry. So yes, I'm not perfect though. I get my own craze.
Thank you. Number 2. Then what has been the because sometimes you just come up with some concept with some ideas and before you know what is happening, executed in a way that everybody will be wow. What has been the drive?
Is that true?
What has been the drive? Because there are so many things that will be contending with your mind when those things are coming, which some of us go through often. But it's like everything is. So what has been the drive? What is the...
Please don't be deceived, sir. Please don't be deceived. So I'm a Virgo, and Virgos, how we behave is that if we want to execute something, we will research and research and research before we do it. Now, I'm kind of person like, now, Moyo gave me this idea. I took it, that was October. When did I find it? Say March, April. But I took my time to execute. Like I said, I always ask, what are the problems we're going through? How can I, in my own small way, help to solve that problem? That's how I started the virtual summit, where I bring people online. Before everybody knew about Zoom, I was Zooming, and all that. I just went to look and search how people doing it out internationally, that I can bring it locally. And what do I have in my hands that I can use to make this happen? And I just do it. So it's just about there's nothing new. I just try to merge what I see and make it creative in the tourism space, where I know, okay, this has not happened there before. How can I do it my own way? So yeah, it's creativity, research, learning from other people, both international and local, and just trying to solve a problem in my own little way. So that's just really it. It's not that I will just execute immediately. It will take time, but yeah. But I do have my doubts. Like this tourism podcast, I have doubts. I have sleepless nights, right? Even when I got on board with my amazing people with African Business Radio and Wokpa, I still had sleepless nights, and I still do because it's not easy to do projects. You still need the funding. But yeah, that's who I am. I have an idea. I try to execute it. I rather execute and not execute at all. I rather execute and fail They're not even try at all. So that's the way my mind has always been. Yeah, so I hope I answered you well, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Onoja.
My son has questions.
Oh, you have question?
Your chief. Let Onoja
Onoja,
finish.
please go ahead. I know your one is the last, then we're done. Go ahead, Onoja.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
I was honored and privileged to be the producer for See the World with Ajala Nene. I remember the first time she walked into African Business School. I just want everybody to take note of this. The first thing that stuck out to me that I noticed was your positive vibration, which was what energy I thought we shared together, and it made it easier for me to work with you. And I remember when we got to start talking about structuring and what the show would be and all that. I remember asking if you've ever hosted before. And you said, no, you've never hosted before. And I'm like, you know what? Because of this energy and this passion that you have, I see you doing great things with this already. And I'm willing to take you through it. When we started the first time, I know we had a couple of take twos. I need more energy. No, let's go again. And she was always open to do it again. And she was always open to learn, to master the art, as she has chosen that to be her path. And I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of you. For every time, I remember the first time I did the review for the first episode, I remember sending it to you and saying, I told you, I'm so proud of you. I knew that you were going to do this. I just wanted to rephrase again that this is just the beginning. You're just scratching the surface. There is more to come with See the World with Ajala Nene. Do not stop. Thank you so much.
I want to especially thank Onoja because he's the one that trained me in this podcast thing. He was the one that said, no, baby girl, no, not that. Take it again, take two. No, you didn't say that. Well, where's the energy? And he was like a real teacher. And I want to say thank you, Onoja. I really appreciate you. You're amazing. Thanks for being a great teacher. And I'm so happy to make you proud. And all that. And please, season 3, I need to see you. You've not been coming.
No, I don't.
I just said it out to you. I know my love. If you go, I can't live without you. I can't live without you. No, I can't live without. Oh, not leave. I can't live without you.
Yeah, the last person, yes.
My son was the next person. Oh, you also ask question.
You will.
Okay, so I think mine would be an appreciation. Because coming here today is more like a confirmation to everything that I've basically discussed about Nene. I met Nene last year. Last year when I was preparing for the tourism competition, and from someone that I basically don't know before, she doesn't know me, we've not met, we've not had any interaction. She picks us and she trained us on this competition without asking for any money. She would, from nowhere, she would message me on WhatsApp, how are you doing? Where is your debt? How is the competition? Like, she would train you, she would tell you what to do, how to package your debt, how to speak when you are speaking to an investor and everything. And going for that competition, it was actually like a youth competition actually. I know we had other people help us, but her own insight was very profound for me, I would say so. And even after the competition, coming back to Nigeria, it was more like she still carried you through. She would call you to check on you on LinkedIn. We message each other on LinkedIn, and it's almost like this person already embraced you as a sibling or probably someone that you've known for a long while. And it's something that is very, very profound for me. It's not everybody that can do that for you, but I just saw that in her. And coming here today, I'm hearing so many people saying so many good things about her. And I would say thank you, Nnenna, for everything. And I know that it will get better from here now.
A round of applause. Women, to your question.
So, mommy, the time you are talking that daddy doesn't allow you to go out? Wait, daddy. I have a question for you. Why don't you want mommy to go out?
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Okay, first things first. You have slightly misunderstood what she was saying.
Oh, you want to hear?
The question and the answer.
No.
The popsy on the spot.
So the times she's talking about, when she's going anywhere, she discusses with me, this is where I'm going. This is what we want to go and do there. And the reason why she's telling me and discussing with me is she's seeking for my advice. Okay? So at times my advice is, you don't need to go there. It's an advice. Okay, it's not like I don't want to go there. So it's an advice. You don't need to go there based on what she has told me. And if she insists, at times I will say yes, at times I will say no. And that's my position as a husband. Huh?
I like how you asked this question. I like this vulnerability. So the truth is that, like you said, there's some places I really want to go to, but it's either that there's no funding to go, nobody to go, or I have to take care of you guys with daddy. There's nobody to stay with you when mommy's not there, daddy's not there. So yes, that's the reason why sometimes I have to discuss and say, I don't think you should go, I think you should go. Alright, so that's what parenting is all about. We're doing it for you people. So it's not that does not mean go anywhere. Okay? It's not that to go. That makes you traveling all the time. So did you get it? Alright, so are you happy with the answer?
Oh yes, once again a round of applause. Thank you so much for this session. Before we go straight into the vote of thanks, I really want to appreciate each and every one of us for taking out the time to come out here and to celebrate with Ajala Nene. And also I have one thing to say. Ajala Nene, just like everybody has rightly said, has always been an enabler and to push you to do the best you can. I remember coming into the tourism industry and I was only going to Africa. And she came into the office that day. And after hearing me speak, she went straight to Madam's office and said, who is this guy? He must allow you to start doing stuff like this. And for fact, she was the first person to invest in my tourism training in the tourism industry. So a round of applause for her. Thank you so much. Thank you for making me do this. And yes, we love you. So a vote of thanks from Ajala Nene herself.
I'm so proud of you. When I wanted to do this, I thought, who would I make my MC? So I do MC, for those of you who don't know. MC is another service that I do. I help MC events, but I wanted someone that would do it for me. And the first person that came to mind was Ayomide. Have you heard his voice? Did you hear his voice? Yeah. Is it not CC? Yeah. I mean, like, please just give him a round of applause. So, early this year, he went for voiceover training, which I was always telling him to go for. So I told him that, you're going to come and test this MC training here with me. So I'm super proud of you. Most of when you guys come to me for a package, he's the one I go to first before I go to anybody because he's my boy. All right, thank you so much, Ayomide. My son, yes, my son. All right, so first and foremost, I want to really apologize for those who came in early. If you all know me, I like to start early. I mean, I purposely put 12 o'clock because I knew people would come in like around 1:32. Green Queen, thank you for coming very early, Mama. I appreciate that you will stay to the end. Maybe they had something to do. And every other person that came early, thank you so much for coming early. Those who came late, I love you and I forgive you. There's some people that know the tips, right? But thank you very much for coming. So I want to apologize for first. I'm not a late goer at all. You know me very well, so I apologize. We started really, really late. But I also want to say thank you for all of you that came. This was your Sunday, and I just remember yesterday that this is actually Thanksgiving Sunday. So a lot of people are still going to go to church. So you all came in with your outfits to come here and celebrate with me. I just want to say thank you. It's not easy building a community. It's not easy having people that truly love you for you, that are not family or friends. So I'm very grateful to have this crowd that is here. Thank you so much for coming. And my prayer is that as you're all here, when your own time comes, when you have your own events, when you have your own thing, when you have your own celebration, people actually also come for you, all right, and celebrate with you. So thank you so much. My prayer is that you go home safely. And any project you want to execute, may I be an inspiration. Amen. That you saw me start this thing. When I was doing my fridge, I did it afraid. So do yours afraid. You don't know where it's taking you to. And thank you so much for investing in me, whether it's cash or kind, or just being here or encouraging me. God bless you all, and I wish you all the best. question. And see the world. I see you growing.